That's hard. Don't worry about it.
Woo, I'm ahead so good.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to week 2 of Chase the Bracelet. We're back. We're ready for some more sit-and-go poker action. I'm Trevor Greenawalt. This is
Suited Dan Crafton, coming to you live from downtown Akron, Ohio, bringing you some great tournament poker action this evening.
Yeah, we've done a lot of cash games in the past. We are now on our flagship show of Chase the Bracelet, where we will send one lucky contestant to Las Vegas next summer to play in their choice of a $1,500 event.
Hey, $1,500 and a free trip to Vegas? Sign me up, please.
Yeah, not a bad free roll for these 8 contestants. If you watched last week, we had a great game. Ryan Postic was our winner, so he accumulated the most points. As we said, this is a 12-week endeavor, so it's anyone's game, obviously. So people that busted out first still have a long way to go to still be able to accumulate enough points to be the champion.
It's been an amazing week so far for us, Trevor. So many things are happening here at Poker on Air. We're excited to let you know about some of those things tonight. And, I mean, it's been such a wonderful ride, and I'm so excited about this whole tournament series and as we go watch this marathon over the next few weeks. But I think, a quick programming note. I think with all due respect, I think that we have to talk about our game on Tuesday.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's knock it out real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's just get in there. Tuesday night, while I will be away,
sunning yourself on the beaches of North America.
I'm going to find myself on the deck of a cruise ship next week. However, have no fear because we brought in somebody who's worthy to replace me into our studio that night.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Bart Hansen from Crush Live Poker. He's going to be here next Tuesday night, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Time, not sitting in this room here with Trevor.
Nope.
He's going to be on the table playing against some of our local cash game heroes.
Absolutely.
That many of you know and love from Poker on Air. So that's coming up Tuesday night, folks. You do not want to miss that, and you want to be part of that live action.
Yeah, we'll be reminding you guys throughout the night about that upcoming event. But just a little quick recap of how last week went. As I said, Ryan Postic was our winner, and he accumulated 40 points. So real quick, I'm going to run down where everyone finished last week and get you guys kind of up to speed where everyone stands.
Give me those digits.
All right, here we go. So Ryan finished first with 40 points. Next to him was Annette. She finished second. She scored 32 points. Pizza Mike in third. He scored 25 points. In fourth place was Cliff, our game show man. He scored 20 points. In fifth place was Missy, and she scored 17. Chris was in sixth for 14 points. Bobby B. Million scored 12 in seventh place, and Rudy was our first man out, and he recorded 10 points.
And no one wants to be that first man out, but it was owned by Rudy last week. So I think we probably need to get some action soon. I hear some conversations going on in the background.
Yeah,
I think it's getting close to poker time.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's about that time to throw it down the table.
So by a random draw, each player is assigned a seat. And,
Yep.
I think it's time to go see where everybody's at.
Are they I can't hear anybody. I don't know.
Should we do this intro here? Sitting in seat 1 is Pete's Mike. Of course, we told you he finished in third last week. We'll see what the new hat change and what the new seat change does for him this week.
I was going to say, it's a different looking hat this week.
I think he said he has a different hat each week that he's going to play, and I think he's going to let me wear that big gargantuan 10-gallon bucket hat, but he did not bring it.
His homage to Joey Runson. Next name is Cliff, our game show extraordinaire. He's appeared on Jeopardy and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And
I want to be a millionaire. Oh, the show.
Oh yeah. And now he's appearing here on Chase the Bracelet. So lucky him to be fortunate enough to be cast on this beautiful show.
He just travels the circuit of game shows. And sitting in seat 3, let me do this introduction. You know him, you love him, you've seen him on Poker on Air. Sitting in my seat on our Tuesday Night Cash Games, it's Bobby Miller, who finished off in seventh place last week. Yeah. So there he is. He's a nice little wave kiss out to the fans, but he's looking to improve into a deeper run tonight. So we'll look to see what happens.
And next to him is Missy. Missy's a tournament grinder of her own rights. She finished in 5th place last week, as we mentioned, and she's ready to improve on that finish. And next to Missy is our champion from last week, Ryan. Ryan bested our field last week with a little bit of luck and a lot of skill. So he's going to try to repeat this week and do some more finger guns.
With the finger guns. Next to him is Chris Ward. He finished out in 6th place last week. He's kind of like the wild card at the table. It's always interesting to see what Chris Ward is going to show up each and every week here. So
Or say.
You
You never really know with that guy.
So we look forward to checking him out tonight. And he's got the one finger gun.
Next to him is Annette in the same seat as last week here in seat 7. Annette's doing some sort of, I think he's paying homage to fallen friends there or something like
I
that.
don't know, some kind of gang symbol, I think.
More than likely. But she is the sucker queen. When she puts a sucker in her mouth, you do not want to mess with her because she is undefeated.
So you know what? Let's just move on. Rudy.
There you
Rudy finishes up in our final seat, and Rudy was our first guy out last week. He's hoping to definitely improve on his game tonight, and we wish all of the players good luck. We know how long this marathon 12, 13-week process is going to be,
it would take you.
and I'm just excited. I got nothing else to say, Trevor.
Yep, let's get Jerry in place. He's ready to go.
And we've been talking for like 5 minutes. I think everybody would rather see some cards than listen to you and me. So, Jerry, please do us a favor and start dealing some cards.
Good luck, everybody.
Bad luck, everybody.
I'll just say,
I don't really
so
want
is
anybody
good
else
luck
to win,
nonsense.
so I'm not as nice as you.
Sounds like Chris is like, no,
Thanks.
I don't want to give anybody good luck. I want the luck.
Ryan had a fair bit of it last week.
You guys
Let's
don't
see if
have as much fun as I do.
someone else can
I don't know.
Jerry,
do the
touch
same
it.
thing
Fun
this time around.
Looks like one of our regulars, Firewall, perusing our chat room tonight. Want to welcome him and all of our fans to the live stream. Let everybody know that it's just starting. We're with you for the next 4 hours or whatnot until this
Dan, you're
tournament
going to make
runs
fun
down
of my
to one
play on
player.
that one.
Really not watching his cards, but already so early, my name gets called out from the
I'm gonna
table,
you to
Trevor.
point at different cameras all night long.
3 players.
It's like 3 players to the flop,
Start.
and second net gets
35.
the best of that flop with
She pretty much
Pair of queens?
she gets the only part,
Shucks. Fun's good.
the only part of that flop that anyone wants anything to do with.
bet 75 out and usually takes that first hand down. I think
probably
she
a
won the
good
first
idea.
hand last week, didn't she?
No, Bobby. Bobby had pocket
Oh,
queens in the very first hand.
That's Every now and then you'll see our tournament clock and our blind level in the upper right corner so you can follow along all the action. We'd love to have your participation
My girl probably
in the
did not
Twitch
have
chat room because Trevor's manning our little announcer booth group here. If you got any questions for Trevor and I, please say hello. And we'd love to chat with you.
I had to give you something to, you know, you have to give you something to pay attention to for the week.
Katie.
All right, we're on hand number 2. Looks like we have the Limpy Birds out to play tonight. Everyone kind of feeling each other out a little bit.
Ryan from under the gun dumped a Jack 10. 2 hands in the muck.
5 players.
What a nit. What a nit. So we go 5 ways to the flop here.
Bobby B. Million hits top pair on this one.
25.
But Cliff and Chris both flop the goods. The stone cold goods.
Yeah.
Bobby leads out.
275.
350.
Bobby bets 125. Chris bets 350. Dealer Jerry needs some spectacles on his eyes. I'd like to see some aggressive action here for a chop pot.
As long as Bobby doesn't have to chop it, we should be fine.
I know Jerry's struggling with looking at bet sizes if he's going to chop the pot.
Yeah.
Shit. I need help. Good luck.
Yeah, we didn't
What's up,
breathalyze
guys?
Jerry here. He might be drunk.
Lots of help.
Ace on the turn just brings everyone to a larger straight. Let's see if Cliff can bet Chris out of this hand.
We almost kept a straight face.
900 bet, 900 call.
Notice Chris has kind of stopped talking here. He knows he has Cliff on the hook. He's just not aware that
Cliff's got him on the hook.
they're both getting in the same boat.
26.
Cliff's going, yeah, nothing beats me out there. No, we're not, right?
I kind of hope it's not Chris after he sends that. No, good luck.
I hope it is.
I call. All in call.
Same thing.
Damn it! Trouble.
I feel like I lost.
Bobby's like, I guess I got some of my money in there.
I guess they're splitting up a little bit of my cash.
They made a
over.
little bit of profit.
It rolled right out of there.
That's no fun.
Works for the rest of us.
I was rooting for Chris to win.
Nice.
That's weird. So was I. Now you do that all
That's a
night.
nice flop.
We'll be all right. Except don't give Cliff winners. He beat me enough. I was trying so hard to beat him.
I feel like
And all I
with,
can do
with
is
Chris's
tie.
style, Cliff was just
All this
like
guy died.
thought for sure
this
he was
guy
just
does
like
tired.
getting it all there.
I don't like
I think once he goes all in on the river, I think he's pretty aware that they have the same hand. But
I think Chris is aware, but Cliff may have been like, you know what, this guy could probably do this with a set or something.
oh yeah, I
Very easily.
mean Chris might spaz off with two pair or set when there's that much action, but there is a point in time where everyone's like,
Is that a
"Yeah."
poker term? Spaz off?
It's a term in the adult industry as well.
I haven't reached adulthood yet.
Oh, a couple limps ahead of Mike. He makes it 225 over to limps. Ryan's never met a suited connector he didn't like.
Right. He hates the Jack 10 and under the gun, but he likes calling a suited connector
I hear
for
that
the
every
gun.
time in bed.
So do I.
What? That she didn't finish?
You like suited cards too? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Both.
Do.
You guys could just let me finish.
You hear that? Missed out on some funny.
What's weird is you pluralize that. If you guys, what kind of parties are you having?
Off to the flop we go.
It means the computer handles that. Heads up, guys.
Ryan out flops Mike here. Quickly checks both of them. Ryan waits for the scare card to come, and he decides to bet now.
No,
Or not.
He grabbed chips and
pump
pump
fake.
faked. Ryan gets the check mark.
Interesting that Mike didn't even think about bluffing that turn card there.
He
Obviously,
makes a bet on the end.
No, sir.
Oh, he just called Ryan. He asked Ryan if he's got a king. Ryan says nope.
just the winner, sir. Just the winner.
Just still have the winner though.
Did he really do that?
I flipped it back over, but say Notre Dame.
No. And it shouldn't.
No.
You do realize we're in Ohio, right? You realize
From
there's
the
only one
pepperoni.
college football team in Ohio that counts, right?
Hey,
We're in Akron, too.
day
I
shift.
mean,
Does it really matter where you live? Do you have to like always support local teams?
They're not really local.
They're not local.
Columbus.
I know.
Day shift and I
Exactly.
need to have a
See?
conversation here soon about some important matters.
They're not local. They're
You guys will find out about it soon enough.
Day shift should probably talk to Trevor.
like to win, right?
soon. Especially since I'm on vacation.
And that with the Joe Montana suited into the muck. I like this dynamic of Bobby and Cliff being next to each other because I think the later levels that could get really funny.
You think they kind of like level each other out right now? But as this gets deeper, it gets a little crazier.
I think right now they're honestly not even
man.
really paying attention to each other. I think once the blinds start to matter a little bit, I think that's when Cliff and Bobby might start goofing around a little bit against each other. Who wins the flop here? Chris outflops everyone.
Yeah. Chris actually playing decent cards. I mean, decent handed hold cards.
Yeah. Oh, he was fortunate enough to be. Missy getting sticky here with the gut shot straight, or the
Just gotta
second
make pair.
pair.
Yep.
Second pair here.
Bobby trying to see if his sevens are good.
Ooh, gets the best hand to fold.
Wow. I didn't expect that happening.
I expect Bobby to slow down here.
Now I expect Chris to be just a little crazy now. He sees another ace on the board. Very, very shocked that Chris folded there. Bobby trying to represent.
I feel like people with second pair here, when the board pairs top pair, are very reluctant to fold in spots like this.
Yeah, I know personally when I'm playing, I hit second pair and I see the top pair hit the board. Again, it just totally puts doubt into my mind that they're even there. But Bobby has raised this pre-flop, flop, and turn.
Maybe my ace was good, maybe my ace was not. Everybody says.
You folded an ace?
I know. I'm a bad player.
I'm so glad that we mic'd their players now.
You folded an ace? Bob falls out of his chair when he realizes
So bad player.
Chris folded top pair there.
I'm not even offended by that.
Mango green tea.
I don't even know what that means.
I know.
thought you were drinking beer on.
Plus, I also think Missy has this perception of Bobby. He's a complete, like, loose cannon, laggy
I got an
player,
internet back
when all
there.
honesty, he's
I gotta
actually not.
not give away a subscription.
What was your internet bet?
I bet some guy on the Twitch channel last week that I'm gonna win this whole thing.
Yeah. So basically, the odds were
Well, you've
against
got
him, but
11 weeks to. You've
Yeah.
got 11 weeks to win that
I'm
bet.
gonna win.
What's the bet?
Just a subscription to the Poker on Air channel.
Oh,
So
What's
that's
that?
what
So-
we were
Subscription,
out there watching.
a subscription
I don't
to
remember
Crush
yours.
Side Poker, actually.
Good luck.
I think it was
Oh, is
the.
that what it is?
I think
That's what I figured. I figured you would know who it was,
Chris got a little confused there.
JJ, Missy leads out.
but I
2 and a
don't know
quarter.
them.
The John Jawanda.
I will when I pay them.
I don't think Ryan's going to fold a 2 aces hit the flop.
Chris folds another ace.
I
guess
will
he,
find out.
Well, he's serious about his bet.
Yes, so.
Sorry, I guess you expected more there.
Oh no, I was. My mind was elsewhere.
That's a pretty good flop
Rub
for
my head
pocket
for luck.
jacks. Especially
Come
versus
on.
ace 10.
Well, we did see Queen Jack flipping
Ryan.
ups earlier.
What am I gonna pay you?
Not so much this time.
There's only one other head you can rub.
raise.
Looks like
1250.
1250.
I don't really love this raise. Here's why. What worse hands are going to call him outside of some sort of like 9-7, 10-7, just a bunch of really bad hands that aren't raising her position. I just feel like if Ryan wants to play his hand the way he is, I think he should just call and reevaluate turn. He does have position on her. I mean, her hand's like just the way the action went pre-flop. I just don't think that he's ever gonna get better to fold and worse to call here.
Did we replay?
What I wonder what that arm swinging thing is.
Ryan's a former magician. He's been known to pull rabbits out of hats and other places.
Just gonna get it a full jacks.
Wow. What do I know? What am I doing back here?
Right, you just critiqued the man's
Look at that
play and
pretty
he's raking a
bottom.
2.2k pot.
Taking it home. Because that's how you win these sit and goes, right?
Your beat. I don't think I won there.
When your bet is greater than the pot, I think you're
We'd like to
trying
welcome
get
anyone
something
that's
there.
new to the stream tonight. Thank you for tuning in.
Represent you.
Like we said, we are on week 2 of a 12-week series
Maybe he had 8s and 9s.
where we'll be sending
Maybe he had
the
9s and
winner
10s.
to Las
Only
Vegas
time will
next
tell.
summer.
At the end of this event, we are going to
Dan,
give
what did he have?
the winner $1,500 to play an event of their choice out in Las Vegas in the 2016 series.
It's 910.
Mike down, Cliff down. Looks down at a little AC-doocy suited.
150.
Jack's getting passed around the table, looks like.
525.
Where the fuck did you come up with your bet sizes today?
I have no idea.
Confused.
Some guy on Twitch made a bet with me.
10 times the blind. Hey.
Why? He threw that orange out there, so I wanted to put a quarter on top of it, make it easy for him to call.
You got 350?
Do I have how much?
350.
Yep.
350.
Ryan's 3-bet gets through.
Big blind, big blind.
He's probably feeling pretty good right about now. Table chat's pretty at a fever pitch right now.
Yeah, it doesn't really get rolling till like later on.
I think Chris is actually kind of the catalyst. Once Chris kind of gets under people's skin, people tend to start chirping a little bit more.
No, I went outside.
But right now, he's focused on that win, so he can win that online bet he's got with somebody.
We're using first card off the bat. Last minute.
I thought he'd at least wait till break before he did that on me.
Did he grab his phone on the way out?
I don't know.
I was like, that shouldn't even be right.
Firewall's bringing you some math questions.
I think we should be allowed.
Pretty sure he didn't.
Came back. Maybe I should pull him.
Huh?
Going outside, maybe.
Well, maybe he was.
Maybe he needs a marks
Maybe
back
he
just
was
like
still.
Dan.
He might still be going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Good thing we're mic'd up for these conversations.
300.
I don't know.
Apparently, one of our players has left the table. Trying to figure out what's going on out there.
Somebody's got the scoots. What can you say? Mike backs into the wheel here. Unfortunate for him, Missy has complete air.
Button's good. Button's good.
I love it when you have a gut shot and then the gut shot
I
comes.
think that's Chris's move ahead strategy.
What was that, Tan? I missed that.
I love it when you have a gut shot draw and then that gut shot comes.
I think he was on the flush draw. I think he's actually looking for a club. It's 5-high
twist,
flush
you're
was
right.
what he was looking for, and he's back into the.
Oh, back in
into the
anything. I like gut shots.
Yeah, that's where you land.
That's where I land.
Well, that's right. I forgot you were going to start telling us about this poker book you're working on.
Absolutely.
Dan's Guide to Poker.
Dan's Guide to Poker. Play every gut shot. It's 4 outer.
Day.
What?
Day. You're playing them gut shots.
Day?
Day.
That's what I said? Day?
No, that's what I said.
Ah. Gut shots.
Did you get all the info?
Yeah, there's a bikini contest in Jersey that we want me to go to. That's all the info.
Looks like our
We need
our friend that was gone for a second is now
Hey,
back.
Chris,
more interest.
if you want to know what cards I'm playing, you can just ask me. You don't have to go outside and
What
call
did
your
you
buddies.
What did you play?
On which one?
You know which one.
Pocket jacks?
No.
What
you
is he have like a
didn't, 'cause I
heating
had
pad? He has a heating pad. The kid's like what, 22?
If I go home and you
I didn't know people that were pregnant were supposed to use
so if
heating
I'm not
pads.
here next
You're
Thursday,
like mess
you're
with
gonna
the,
know what happened.
The fetus.
Are you telling me that Chris is pregnant?
Found that one out.
That's why his back's sore.
Chop it in.
I think of 100 more reasons why his back's sore.
Oh,
Wow. I bet you can't name one.
raise it up. 125.
I keep forgetting. Is that an affordable raise for you guys?
Ryan's keeping up the aggression here.
Affordable. I think Ryan's gonna be the one that keeps the conversation rolling on this table tonight.
He's got them chirpy
I think I
chips.
hurt my rotator cuff or something. So I just keep heat on it, make it feel a little bit better. But if I'm sitting still, it hurts.
Do you think he hurt his back by?
I was at the gym lifting.
Oh, he's gonna tell
and
us.
Something twisted or tore.
My
Probably
guess is
not
a
tore,
a decent looking
Then I went back
lady
today
walked
and
past him. He
did
turned
the
his
old
neck too
cycling
fast.
class, played some dodgeball. You know,
Dodgeball.
just kept up with it. It was a good time.
Bobby turns the check mark.
Yeah, that was not. I mean, that was a good time too, but
Like granola bar.
then it hurt.
Here's Ryan taking a stab at a
Went
good
too
scare
far.
card. The only problem is
Yeah.
I don't love doing this 4 ways. But his other bluffs got through, so what do I know?
Go get to this contest.
What outfit you wearing?
the string bikini that I picked up last Wednesday.
Are you gonna spend so much time with you?
Well, I was gonna.
I think another
wear it
well-placed
here,
bet here by
but I thought
Rhino
it
gets
would be
Bobby
appropriate
full
for a
deck.
younger
Yeah, I don't know if Bobby can take too much heat.
Oh. Yeah, I think one more fire with a gun.
Yeah.
6 kicker's not awesome
everything kind of.
if he's putting Ryan
took
on another
pictures.
ace.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan did raise under the gun +1, so he does have a lot of aces in his range. But I also think a lot of aces probably c-bet that board, hoping your bunch don't connect. So a nice little healing pot for Bobby there.
Healing pot. I hear it's a wonder drug.
I was thinking more like the mushroom in Mario that makes you grow, makes you feel better.
It's kind of like Viagra.
Wow, you just went right down that rabbit hole. You just dove in head first. So it looks like, I mean, I don't think Rudy's had a whole lot to work with so far, but I think that 8th place finish last week kind of stung. I think he's got a different strategy in the sense of he's going to kind of hang on. You know, he can't finish. Rudy doesn't want to finish in the top or in the bottom 2 or 3 again this week, and he wants to make sure he can try to vault up the point standings.
I think I'm going to disagree with you there. I just think he hasn't got the cards that he wants to move with. But I think you get him like an ace 10 hand or a king jack hand or something like that. I think he's going to play aggressive.
Oh,
we better check.
Probably, but at the same time, I think he's probably really glad that he hasn't had too many spots to
I agree with you there.
tango quite yet.
No fun hitting top pair with 3 clubs on the board.
575.
Looks like Mike decides to not c-bet here after being a pre-flop raiser, and allows Cliff to
Bam. Smacking it.
take it down.
Oh, one's rough.
And that's the end of level 1. Dealers, the next hand will be 50-100.
Sorry.
Hey, so like I was at the Horseshoe playing some poker
Do you get your mail sent there?
a few days ago.
Anytime.
MAIL.
Anytime you
Yeah.
guys want to post
Okay.
it in 100.
Anyhow,
Anytime.
we need, and
Anytime
I'm
you
trying to
guys
get
are
this,
ready.
I'm trying to get this organized because there is huge interest. On a Tuesday night in September, we're going to run a
Yeah, blame
dealer's
your dealer
cash
for
game.
that one.
We have to make this
I
happen.
blame the rain.
I
In
get
theory, that was
tackled by the dealers every time I go in there that when's the dealer cash game happening.
I like watching
blind.
dealers play because dealers
We don't
typically
mind to have as many
are the
chips.
opposite of nits.
If we get eight players from the Horseshoe to come down, we get dealer Jerry in the game.
325.
We get Goofball out there pushing cards. We got ourselves a nice little cash game.
We do indeed. I think that would be amazing to get the dealers on our table. You know, show them a little love. You know, they take care of us at the casino. You know, for some of us, 3-4 times a week.
Yeah.
So we'd like to extend our hand and say, hey, we want to do this for you since you guys are so awesome for us.
And they want to come down here and play. Like, they are just crazy about playing
Yeah,
on the poker on their table.
Every time I'm up there, someone's like, hey, when's that game happening?
So I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna, that's an internal meeting process, but we'll get a dealer game in September.
So Cliff raised up to 375, I do believe, pre-flop. Ace King flops top, turns top 2, and Pizza Mike didn't believe him and peeled it off with the second pair here.
Give me a 10 on the river.
Cliff right now is just saying, please have Ace 10 or Ace 7. I was trying to decide what Cliff was going to do there. It looks like he decides to bet pretty heavy. At least 2/3.
Yes.
2150 is the bet.
Well, Pizza Mike didn't believe him on the flop. Does he believe him now?
I mean, he's I would have been like completely shocked if he did anything besides fold there. But the fact that he was a little reluctant to fold
It was, right?
gives you an idea of what his impression is of Cliff.
Turn.
I think some of my brothers
Sure
have
the
one.
hell yeah.
I didn't want
Little
to cheat,
bump
I
and
give it
chips
back
there
to
for
you.
Cliff.
Sorry, it's not flippy thing. It's like something my
Bobby's
brother-
mustache just like evolves week over week.
Dude, I feel like it's like doubled in size since last week.
Right.
I didn't touch.
I mean, it's like one of those woolly bears that crawled up and started to vacate on his upper lip.
It may turn into a butterfly by the end of this 12-week run here.
I think like at some point, like when we're on break, we need to get a bunch of screen caps of Bobby and just like watch the mustache progression.
Man up.
That would be a pretty good idea. So Annette had King Queen offsuit earlier in the game, and she elected to limp. It looks like she's gonna do the same thing this time.
So that's what killed me.
Bobby's not in the mood for any limpers.
325 of that. So.
Bobby doesn't really like to limp in the pots. If he's gonna play a pot, he's throwing money in it. I kind of like that.
Missing a button here. 3-bet on its way. It's gonna eliminate everyone,
like, have a meeting
including
before
Bobby.
the-
I would imagine.
Raise me every time I bet. Or...
Only at the end of the
Now,
That's
part
just
of the discussion
Missy
was
just
not to
shooting him,
tell
just shooting Bobby's way.
I was wondering what I was like. Trevor, do you hear that noise?
Is the exact opposite of CrossFit.
Pew pew pew.
Literally every hand I played, I've got.
Oh,
Nice play by Missy though. Looks like she recognized that Bobby was attacking the under the gun limp, and I mean obviously she had a great hand, but some people don't value the King Jack suited on the button the way that she just did. So kudos to her to playing her hand phenomenally there and getting it done.
I promised one hand today. One hand today that you rate I won't.
It's alright.
Okay.
No, I don't mind. I mean, you guys keep playing.
let's kick out those chip counts here after this hand.
So I got someone in the chat inquiring about the prize pool and what's going on. So there isn't really a prize pool. These guys and gals are playing for a $1,500 WSOP seat for next summer. So it's going to be a 12-week process. Players will be accumulating points each week. Player with the most points will be sent to Las Vegas.
We're gonna send Trevor out there with a microphone, chase him all around,
And a GoPro.
and a GoPro.
What's a GoPro? So you guys can live through my life.
What's a GoPro?
Everyone knows what a GoPro
I
is.
know what a GoPro is.
Looks like Cliff's off to a nice little start. Up,
Can we get Firewall in an announcer booth one week? Because I mean, he just fires
I
them.
think he's out west.
Pizza Mike bottom, 8.5K. Cliff is our chip leader right now.
So it looks like only our top three chip stacks are above starting, but
Wednesday.
Rudy, Annette, and Chris are all right around the starting stack. So
Time to start drinking. for the
Plenty of
weekend.
poker to be played.
Funny or not? If you would've showed up and it wasn't thinking,
I
or
was
if you would've.
I was concerned that might be happening.
Would you miss but they were-
I wasn't sure. I took a day off of, like pretty much life yesterday. I was just icing. I broke my toe, so I was just icing.
Ouch.
And then
I wish
realized
we would have known that. We would have all waited on the other side of the garage over there.
then I realized the FanDuel families are up now, and they went the rest of the day.
Lisa spent all day looking at it.
Yeah,
I haven't even looked at it.
Oh my god!
Right.
unbelievable.
I feel like every story that Cliff tells has like the
Way too early.
potential to be like an epic story.
Right. It's like you get on the edge of your seat, just what is going to come next?
Yeah, I think he's always just like setting you up for like this like amazing finish.
Anywhere.
There could be
I sat with him
anywhere.
at a poker table
He could not even be
recently,
here.
and like sometimes I find it like hard to follow his conversation because he just jumps and jumps and jumps, and I'm like, I think he just told me 3 stories,
Heads up.
but it was like a sub story within each of the stories.
Oh, this could get dangerous for Bobby. You got 3-bet by Chris.
That is 7.
Bobby's initial raiser made it 300. Chris raised to 700. Bobby called. And now Bobby finds himself right in a smack dab of Troubleville.
It's coming on turn.
No, he's got chop outs.
Check.
16.
16.
I don't see how Bobby can get away from this hand, to be honest with you. He knows how Chris plays.
Yeah, but knowing how Chris plays, I mean, easily Chris comes in with a 7, right?
He could have a 7. He could, I mean, he honestly, Chris, but Chris doesn't 3-bet all that often. Chris is the kind of guy who'd rather just call on a hand.
Check.
Oh wow.
Check, check.
Nobody wants to show their cards.
Have a king.
So I don't have to.
Nice.
What's that all about?
I don't know. Everyone was afraid of their king.
I don't understand what Chris meant by I don't have to show my cards.
Got it.
He's assuming that he loses? Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he might have a pretty bad track record against Bobby and just assume that he wasn't the best there, but I mean, Bobby never raised. Like, does Bobby have ace king very often? Probably not. Is Bobby just gonna flat against an aggro player that is Chris? I don't know. Interesting. Interesting check back, I guess, but not terrible. I don't mind it. I mean, obviously Bobby showed that he probably had a king, but I guess how many? I mean, outside of king jack, how many kings does Bobby really have in his range there? He's not calling a 3-bet with king 10 or worse.
Yeah, Bobby's first act though, he checked every option.
Yeah, but like, so I'm just talking about Chris checking back river. I don't think it's completely terrible because, or I'm saying I'm not like Bobby could have had a 7 there, but more than likely he didn't. I don't know. It's a wonky hand or a winky hand, as I said.
I fold.
I must think I need a second to think about.
I'd like to stop talking about your winky. I don't know. I don't know. I feel differently. I don't like the check there on the end. I mean, if he, like you said, well, what's he putting on? If Bobby's got ace king there? Bobby's gonna re-raise him.
Yeah, I feel like.
And
Bobby,
then he actually thinks he loses the hand.
I think Bobby has king jack there almost every single time. Maybe some like under pairs that you thought maybe Chris would be barreling multiple streets, but so now here's Chris being Chris, floating with bottom pair, not floating, stationing, I guess. I don't even know what the terminology is for this.
750.
But he decides not to complicate things any further and lets his hand go.
I think he thought, oh, I got a few extra chips they didn't expect from Bobby. Maybe I'll play this hand, see where it rolls.
Do I play this weekend in Cleveland besides one? Did anybody play? We're playing this weekend. Oh, you mean 1500? Yeah. Did not win a seat.
Some of the players are talking about the Cleveland Horseshoe quarterly event that is happening this weekend. A $1,500 buy-in.
Like 6.
Was it 250K guaranteed? Is that what it is? Something like that.
I can't remember what the last guarantee was.
The last one was like 150, I think, and they crushed it.
Well, they've been giving a lot of free seats.
A lot of free seats.
Casinos spending some monies out of that prize promotion pool.
All the monies they make off a day shift.
How much money have you tipped and or given to the house in the past 3 months? Go.
Oh my gosh, that's such a tilting thing to ask somebody. The tips are whatever, but you start thinking about like how much money you've lost in rake over the last 3 months. You can buy a minivan with that kind of money.
Well, King Jack suited tonight.
Brian's 5 survived that flop.
Flop that kind of halts all the action right there, though.
Missy decides not to
Missy's got to make a bet
fire
out
the
here.
flop.
I bet here with that flush draw.
I think she. I mean, flush draw aside, I think no one is showing any strength. I think betting's fine.
400.
Check on the flop. Yeah. Ryan thinking, oh, I guess some action here with my 5 still.
Yeah, I think Ryan knows how Missy plays. I think he puts her on 2 big cards here a lot of the time. So
$1,200 bet.
So Missy semi-bluffing turn is going to pay off for her in the river, making top pair. Now, if Ryan want to get super nasty and try to represent a 10, that'd be great TV.
Let's see what the frog says. Oh, he's reaching.
Oh, the frog said call. And he sees the unfortunate news.
Nice hit.
Missy patched her stack nicely. Gonna send her up to like 12.8 or so.
Yeah, nice ice spot there.
Yeah, thanks me. You're in the yard? Yep, that's what happened. It's porcelain. He said it was a coaster. He brought it as a coaster. Not sure what size drink he put on this side. A shot glass.
We are coming to the last 5 minutes of level 2 of 5100. 10,000 chips each player gets to begin the evening. And we eliminate down the 1. Every player does get points dependent upon the place in which they bust out of the tournament. And it looks like I think that our top 3 finishers last week are kind of sitting towards the mid to lower end of the chip stack right now.
Missy with a couple nickels under the gun here.
Ryan with your favorite hand, Trevor. See if he's going to represent for you.
Rob's dead tonight, Paul. I think they're all tuned into the debate.
I know. I'm just so depressed.
I wonder if Ryan knows this is my favorite
We'll
hand.
pick up our viewers for another hour and a half.
Anybody follow Mike Polk on Twitter?
Mike Polk, yeah.
Gotta follow Mike Polk.
325.
He's a Cleveland hero.
Yep.
He is funny. He is funny. He was cracking me up.
Ryan trying to show you some love, raising with his 10-8 suited. As he makes the call with her pocket 5s. Is a slight underdog.
10-8-5.
Yes. Yeah, he must have been right in the joke.
Or King Queen 4. Spades. Not the color Ryan was looking for. Not the card that Ryan, or not the suit Ryan was looking for. Sorry.
Came out with 2 pair of glasses on.
Now Ryan's trying to figure out, was Missy trying to do some sort of weird limp under the gun trap situation here? Or does she have the exact kind of holding that she does? Not wanting to raise with a small pair in early position.
That would make that guy think he should run again.
I just want to hear Ryan say, that one's for you, T-Dot.
Button's good.
Nope. He keeps that
In my opinion,
that mustache on lockdown. Decides not to say anything.
You cannot even call that a mustache with Bobby Miller sitting at the table.
Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, Bobby's is thick and like, you know, kind of creepy looking, but Ryan, he's got like that Hulk Hogan look.
Look at that. Look at the glory of that mustache.
Yeah, Bobby kind of looks like, the adult film star, where Ryan looks like, like a real American, like he could go suplex somebody.
I am a real American.
Dude, I tell you what, back in the day watching wrestling,
Oh, it
and
was awesome.
watching when the Hulk Hogan when he would bug out, like, was there anything more exciting? And you're like, uh-oh, here it comes, the Hulkster, he's gonna get him.
Right.
He starts
The
shaking,
adrenaline.
the eyeballs popping out of his head,
Man.
starts calling to the crowd. Oh,
Two of my favorites that died this year. Roddy Piper and Dusty Rhodes.
yeah, well,
Oh, I love
like in the
Dusty
same,
Rhodes.
like within like a month of each other.
All the old schoolers dropping off.
Coaster is correct.
Mac and Gene, Dusty Rhodes.
I was calling if you were.
I know, that's why I was
Dusty
one of them behind me to call.
Rhodes, take me home. Oh wait, different song.
I was gonna pull that up with a in the lightning strikes.
I'll tell you what though, it looks like Chris does have like a renewed focus tonight. I think last week, I think he was kind of playing the court jester, if you will, and tonight I think he's ready to rock and roll. So
I think it's the bet. I think this little simple bet he
Dude.
made.
that's why bets are
It's like-
bets are good for. I almost bet my coworker today if it was just gonna rain. I was like, I just feel like I had no action in my life at the time. I was like, you want to bet it's gonna rain today? And he just laughed at me and said, get out of here.
Hey, Pizza Mike.
Mike has my other favorite hand.
My favorite hand is the one that wins.
Oh yeah, Bobby, I had to go back and watch the video when Trevor asked you if I really called you blonde. I did. Last week.
The Jacks versus
The
Nine.
Jacks versus the Nines.
Still don't believe him.
You sure?
Absolutely.
I was thinking.
No.
I
100%
thought I
positive.
saw you.
Tell him, Jared.
No, sir.
No, you were blind. You didn't.
I was completely blind in that hand. So no matter what Trevor thinks,
I think you're lying.
This is Toby thing.
I mean, well, they didn't think I would call because of my stack, but did they see how I played the entire game?
Did
Stack
you
size
wake
didn't really
nudge
make a
him?
difference.
Wake him up.
You got the chance to take a player out.
Get over it! All right.
That's
I
how
guess
this
that's what
format works.
Toby feels about things.
Slapped him
Doing
a
well
couple
secrets
times.
now.
Show him to get over it. No fun getting aces, Mike, with no callers, right?
Bobby's starting with a big hand here.
Cute, cute.
I call.
Oh,
It's gonna be for me.
wow.
Missy, who's been like the
Whoa.
three bet.
Things are changing.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Ryan likes
Ryan's
his
not
pairs.
calling. Ryan's not calling. Wow, that's big.
2K.
So much.
That is humongous.
3 bets.
That is a huge 3-bet.
Bobby's got a re-raise here.
Yeah, Bobby's just gonna jam. He only has 5.3 behind. I mean, the pot's already 2.8. He'll be close to starting stack if Ryan calls.
I'm out.
Fold.
How much more?
Oh. I was gonna say I think Ryan just folds here. Takes the 2K hit.
We got 3.
I think he's calling.
Oh.
He did call.
What is
See, that's where like a little bit of table dynamics come in, where Ryan did win last week. So if he was up against Ace King, I think he was like, you know what, if I take a big hit here and for some reason I bust out.
Oh my gosh.
Naturally.
So sick.
Oh my gosh.
One live out.
Okay.
See, you got a chance to take a player out. You do it.
That is disgusting.
Wow. So how many times so far have you been ahead going in? Every time?
No,
Wow.
I wasn't ahead going in with my age.
Oh, well. Okay, all but one.
Bobby said the whole time he said he felt it.
Wow.
He felt like it was gonna happen. He was gonna get 2 added.
Like obviously when someone calls you with 7s and you have queens, you're thrilled.
Run good, Ryan.
But in hindsight, he's like, oh man, you could have just folded pre-flop. I could have won that.
Right,
I could have
right.
won that 2K plus.
Can you play with a testicle in your stomach? Because at break, I'm gonna kick you in the nuts so hard.
I'm not getting up from this table.
Like a sumo, like a sumo wrestler, huh?
Boom!
Pull that bad
You
boy
go
up
for
in
that
there.
kick, I'm gonna double leg you so goddamn fast you won't know what hit you.
Well, Bobby's slid his way into the booth
I
here.
don't care if I fall down.
I'll step away and let you
We're gonna have a little chat with
little
him.
consolation here.
I don't know if I have any words that could possibly be said to make him feel
You're
better
gonna have
after
to run
that
a
one.
lot faster than that.
3 1/4.
325. Wait,
Mine's
400.
already good.
That's 400.
Hello,
Oh, well,
friends.
that doesn't
Hey,
work.
bud. Sick, man.
Well,
that blows
so
up
far the
lane.
last 2 games I've been running pretty damn good.
Oh, so good. I mean,
But,
just taking it right to the face here.
I mean, I had a slight feeling. I know that it's. How far is it into the show? What, an hour? I had a feeling already that I was kind of being picked on. I don't know if. I don't know. I was getting raised like every hand I played, no
Yeah.
matter what. I mean, I'd be in the cutoff, I'd raise, get re-raised. I get on the flop, I bet, I get re-raised. I'm like, all right, something's going on. Like, so
Yeah.
I was just like waiting for my time, just playing it safe.
Yeah, once you hit that spot where it's like you realize, oh my gosh, look at Chris now. Just backs into it.
2750.
He bets pot. Now, and that's like, who's picking on me here?
But yeah, this is kind of a sick game. But I guess
I mean,
it's just not my time. This is the sit and go format. It's kind of hard to come back. When you lose a little bit of chips, you kind of have to make things happen.
you did. You got dealt 2 queens.
There was nothing. Yeah, there was no. I mean, I get 2 queens. Ryan re-raises me. I know, like I almost know for certainty that like I have him smashed. Like I knew, like no matter what.
It wasn't. What did it seem like? Like I think he was picking up on the fact that you have been getting 3-bet by Missy on a couple occasions, and she like deliberately said, "I call" versus raising.
Well, and that was a good sweet spot for him because I know that
Exactly.
if I'm getting picked on, he might as well keep doing it. Like, why not?
She was opening the door for him to where his hand range could have been infinite because she obviously was showing not much strength by saying that, I just call.
It's not only that too. It's just we have that thing going on where it's
Of
like
course.
me versus him.
But like his 3-bet size was so huge.
Kind of weird.
Well, that's why I knew I was like, I got him. Like,
Yeah.
he's not betting huge here. Like, he never has aces or kings and bets 2,000. Like,
No.
he's obviously like just wants to win it right there. So when I have queens, I'm like freaking happy. But obviously, like the cards don't come out the way I want them to. But I just know he was picking on me. I know that for whatever reason, like he's like trying to like maybe it's because we're on stream. He's like trying to like outplay me or something. Like
Gotcha.
I don't know. But hey,
Gotcha. Right in the
it is what it is. I gave it my all, guys, and I'll be back next week.
Do you want to know why you had such bad luck?
Yeah, me too.
Why?
Because Firewall bet that you would be first one out.
Firewall.
Firewall. Of all people, our old buddy Firewall says B million Busto first. You got 3-1 on imaginary monies.
Well, whoever imaginary
The
bet him
amateurs
is
are playing up at Fire.
paying up right now, paying up that
do
Bitcoin.
I do believe it was day shift.
But
I don't, but I'm going
I guess it's
Sunday.
a early night for me here, so I'm gonna head to the shoe and take all my aggression out on the cash games.
Get them.
See what happens.
Best of luck to you, sir.
Yeah, I will be watching, so I'll be in the chat probably soon, guys.
As they say, don't twitch and drive.
I won't switch and drive, but I might switch in the parking lot for like a little bit.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Best of luck to you tonight up at the casino, and we'll see you next Tuesday. You'll be in here with me, right? Hanging out, watching Bart Hansen.
Yeah, next Tuesday, the big one, the 2-5 game we had with Bart Hansen and playing. I mean, come on.
You missed it. We had rum cakes in the chat a little bit ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
The rum cakes.
Not the Moon Girl?
Demon Girls has not stopped in yet.
One day she'll make an appearance.
Danielle, come on in. If you're out there listening, come on in. We'd love to have you.
But all right, guys. See you next week. Hopefully, I'll run better for you.
Just stretch first. What's up, Yellowtail 9-4? We are definitely reading chat today. Thanks for being a part of our show.
Just one time I wanted to be different. How about now? Yep. You check these sometimes, right? Yes.
We got a pretty big pot brewing here. Chris with second pair. Rudy with sevens. Actually, the best hand right now. Chris turns a gut shot. Rudy's still the best hand, and he has the only flush draw. Annette also with a gut shot. She's looking for the 5. This hand, how do we still have 4 players in this hand? This is insane. Best hand folds. Wow. Annette, the power of aggression. Is she going to show it? I think she's going to show it. Flip it over.
No,
so
she doesn't show. She doesn't show cards until she has to. Well, how was that conversation with B?
Oh, it was just. Here, I'll give you a soundbite from it. We just gotta cue it up here real quick.
There's one here next week, right? Next week on here? Yeah. So, King down. Right. They got a summer. You pick a summer. I get to pick summer. Do I get to play?
Thanks for letting the world see my sneeze, Tony.
No, I mean, get to pick a sub from a pool. Oh.
You sneeze beautifully.
I thought he had a group of players that were.
No, they said whoever.
Oh.
Unfortunately, my first choice is unavailable.
That's interesting. That changes things up a bit.
Where's
I
that?
wonder who his first
So what,
choice
when you're
is.
stuck and you can't win, you send somebody else to give it a shot.
You can only do it twice.
Right?
You can only have 2 subs.
Am I not everyone's first choice?
You're kind of mine.
Did it say it in the last
For what?
Huh?
Is that what it said
Yeah.
last time?
Hey, so I know
Yeah,
you're like digging for some
you know,
crazy
this-
soundbite, but let's focus here.
Only about
And this,
17 million.
Was it Firewall who said before this game even started that Bobby's busto firsto?
First, like not like oh Bobby won't win, Bobby will do ever. He said Bobby will bust first.
Right, before any card was dealt. It's
Now-
like, I think he's from the future.
No.
Who wins tonight,
What,
Firewall?
Kings Island or
Yeah,
poker?
so let us know.
What's your prediction?
No.
Because obviously, and also, can you tell me who wins the Super Bowl so I can lay down some money on it this year too?
No doubt.
I'm kind of just.
I think
sounds
we're
wrong,
the same
but
rate
I'm
as
kind of
everybody else.
disappointed to go with another thing.
I did finally find that clip of Bobby.
Yeah, right.
Let's go ahead and just have a listen real quick.
And my wife doesn't roller coaster ride.
It does kind
Probably
of
take up
sound like
drinking. You should probably take up drinking.
Oh,
Make the day go by so much
Actually,
quicker.
when you get old, riding roller coasters doesn't work so well.
You only ride a few.
You ride about 4 or 5 in a row.
Just tears in your
and then it's not sore. I just get.
No, I said
Vertigo.
it doesn't work
Yeah,
so good for
absolutely
sober
do.
Yeah.
when you start
Yeah.
drinking
Yeah,
it.
I mean, after the 5th one in a row, and my 14-year-old son looks at me and goes, "Come on, let's go again." And I'm like, "Go ahead, I'll sit here for a few minutes."
Just
Is
watch.
he talking about bonging beers with his
It's pretty sad.
12-year-old son?
You know, it started as a conversation about Kings Island, and then something about Vertigo, and then something about beers. So if I can piece things together,
Last
I'm
year,
totally
I
lost.
So we cannot.
I was watching you,
What's the
whatever you're clicking on over there.
medication that you take?
Dramamine?
Dramamine.
Yeah.
Bobby's tearful
I
exit.
was able to ride 7 roller coasters instead of 5.
It worked.
But I got 2 more roller. You know, then you take a break.
Yeah.
Get some potato chips to take the,
Take the edge off.
queasy out of you.
and that Grace
Get
is
that
probably-
salt.
Clip races Missy out of her big blind. Takes a small one.
Jacksonville. All right, I'll lay money on it right
Lost
now.
them all day.
Yeah.
Let me call
Yeah.
Vegas.
Sounds like I
Yeah,
just need to
you
sit
get
around
off
Salt
it.
Lake.
And it's not even a bad one. I mean, I just ride the
Queasy
beast. It
anymore.
doesn't even go
Nice.
upside down, and you get off and you go,
Yeah.
okay, I gotta sit down for a minute.
Getting old.
Sometimes just watching them ride it.
How
makes-
quiet
Oh,
Mike
yeah,
was
You
a
know,
week
I love
ago.
that. Definitely.
You talk
I
about
can't
Kings
do
Island,
anything
it just
skinny at all.
it sparked something in
For
him.
years and years, I
Right.
haven't been able to
His
stick.
cells
Couple
got
years
You
wired
ago.
up.
know, our Twitch viewers are young. They're laughing their asses
Oh, yeah,
off
they're
right
like,
now. Look at
"This
these old
dumbass
sons of
old guy,
bitches.
whoa, what's he know? I've ride roller coasters my whole life. Which some people probably can.
I feel like Pizza Mike's getting ready to say YOLO.
A couple years back,
coming
we went to
soon.
a fair. I was the only guy I know
For
that
all
did
the
2
LOLs.
rides
Um,
in one day.
Wow.
First, yeah, you know that.
I don't think I've
first
even
thing you
ever
get,
said
you
that
flip,
phrase
well, apparently
myself.
I flipped it too hard, something broke.
Today?
something
Or
flew off.
No, ever.
And then
It's a fair ride.
it's a
But the
fair
next
ride,
time
yeah,
I
so you
go
never
all
know.
in, I'm gonna go YOLO.
Then you get inside the giant bear or
Dude,
strawberry or whatever it is, and you turn the giant wheel. I apparently turned that fucking thing too hard, and something flew off of it and made a ride. And you heard it. You just heard tink. Yeah, it was pretty bad. They didn't let me ride that ride anymore. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Ryan
though.
defends his big blind here with the King 4. This is the first hand Rudy's played today, so you gotta give him a little bit of respect.
And so he decides to go after the big stack.
Nice.
Shaking hands, Ryan. Did
Went from 525 to 1525.
you see a little shaking?
He wanted to show that one too. I could feel it. I feel these guys just want to like show the pain, but they
I coached him until I got
they're
out.
I think
scared.
Ryan, man, I think we could have a really short broadcast tonight. If Ryan wants to go like bully
About a
mode,
week ago, yeah, he's going to Anderson.
he could trim this field down fast.
So I think in his position right now, having the chip lead and having the points lead
We can stay out here for 5
If-
hours.
if you
I am
keep this
not
up
saying that's silly.
for a few more
I
weeks
enjoy
and
every
keep
second.
that point total up near the top,
So I was gonna say,
now.
the thing is, my
This,
when
Well,
I
a
uh,
little harder than
this
Yeah,
style
my
of play could
stepson
really
is
be beneficial to him.
trying to pitch to me, and I'm like, okay,
He could
that
lock
was
this thing
the
up.
first one that hits the dirt in front of me, and I'm like, okay, I don't have a tough one. We are not doing this anymore. You throw way too hard, son.
You see that wall?
Yeah. Well, I used to sit on a upside down pickle bucket and catch them for hours, Then it got to a point where he threw so hard. One of my buddies, I was his best man in his wedding, and he gave me a catcher's mitt. It was the best man's gift. because
How cool is that?
I know it was awesome because
That's
I
so
was
cool.
teaching my steps on how to pitch.
Or
Right.
because he thought you were the catcher in the relationship. Either way.
Something like that, but I don't think so.
You know, we
Rudy.
did the same thing. We coached.
Rudy
our
getting
boys
into
all
some
the way
loose
to
play
baseball,
here.
and, they're-
Check to him, and he's gonna bet out 375,
and,
I think the
and he's gonna rake the pot.
the worst hand has won like our last 4 or 5 pots.
I think Rudy just hit that frustration. Like, man, I can't wait. I was patient. I wait for a big hand.